Heavenbound Aviation has existed quietly here in Johnstown for many years, and I don't think a lot of people, even in our own community, know that we exist, so I wanted to do a video to explain who we are. My great-grandparents bought this property back in 1920, and that same year my grandma was born right here in our house. Eventually my parents inherited the land, and I grew up here helping my dad farm it as well. In 1998, my wife Amy and I bought it, and we've raised our kids here ever since. Fast forward 25 years, and I went from flying ultralights to a private pilot, both land and sea, then a sport pilot instructor, and then a instrument-rated commercial pilot, a commercial flight instructor, and an instrument instructor, as well as an airframe and power plant mechanic with an inspection authorization. So it's been quite a journey. At Heavenbound, our passion is flight training. We teach sport, private, commercial, and instrument ratings, and we prefer to start our students in a 1938 Taylorcraft to hone their stick and rudder skills. And then after they solo, we transition them to a modern glass panel aeropract for the balance of their training. This is a very unique approach in the industry because it is more difficult, but we feel it produces the best pilots.
My name is Gideon Gonzalez. I am 17 years old. I just earned my private pilot certificate here at Heavenbound Aviation.
I've thought about going into the space industry, but in order to get there, you have to learn about the basics.
So after this, I want to get my private pilot's license and my instrument rating, and then hopefully get my CFI and work here for Miss Dandy.
I reached out in April of 2024, and by October, I had already had my sport pilot certificate.
It removes barriers into aviation, I think. Sometimes it can be daunting when you see how much you have to do to actually get into aviation, to actually do it as a career, and Heavenbound allows entry a lot easier into that.
It's given me so many opportunities to be able to fly and start my career as a pilot so much sooner than I would have been able to if I hadn't found Heavenbound. So
I'm 54 years old. I've never flown in my whole entire life. Just 2 weeks ago, I finally went up with my son. It was absolutely amazing. I've never experienced anything like that before in my life, and it was nice that I hadn't flown in 54 years, and I finally got on the plane, and he was my pilot.
Aviation is not just a career for me, it's really a way of life. It's something that I've aspired to my entire life, and something that I want to be able to give back to the community. We've held community events where we've had all our neighbors come out and just cook some good barbecue and give airplane rides. And one thing you will never find at Heavenbound Aviation is a fence around our airport. We believe that airports should be accessible like they used to be in the old days. And now it's so hard for kids to get access to airplanes and to ever even get a ride in a small airplane. And we're going to do what we can to change that.
This isn't a conveyor belt of students in and out, in and out, in and out. This is a family-run business, and it's Andy's name on this business. So, and everybody knows that.
The Humphrey family's been here for many, many years and has had a tremendous impact on the community just here locally.
I trust Andy a lot. Sorry. I trust Andy a lot. He's taken his time out of his daily activities and given a ton of his time to my kids. He didn't have to do that.
Behind the scenes of all this is our vision to support missionaries and missionary aviation throughout the world, whether that's through flight training, aircraft maintenance, or supplying aircraft. These airplanes are carrying the gospel to the ends of the earth, and that's what drives us.
One day I'd like to get to the mission field and serve the Lord by flying airplanes and spreading the gospel.
He knows our situation, and he wants to train missionary pilots. And since we can't afford it, it's his gift to us.
He was just super gracious to us, knowing my parents are missionaries, and knowing that I want to become a missionary pilot. He was willing to give me pilot training for free, basically. So
this family has just been pillars in the community of Johnstown, Utica, this whole area. And everyone that I know that knows the Humphreys just love them.
Just the people are so nice to work with. Like I said, it's just a blessing. Most days I can't wait to get here.